Hi, I'm Austin.
Hi, I'm Josh.
I'm David.
And we're Teens Talk Hockey.
Fans watching it right now. Quick whisper. Look at the effort of not just getting right at feet of on the arm. Goes. Ovechkin trying to drag it through.
Hello, fans. Today we're going to be doing the Chicago Blackhawks.
You'll notice that Josh is a no-show, so we have a guest star, Kyle.
Hi.
Would you like to explain yourself or tell us a bit about ourselves?
No.
Anyways, Josh is a no-show, but we have a satellite hookup for him.
Over to you, Josh.
Hi guys, Josh here. And I'm going to be talking about the 2011 edition of the Chicago Blackhawks. Last season they finished pretty well. They had 101 points, obviously making the playoffs. And they did well in the playoffs. They didn't win the cup, but they still did fairly well.
The Chicago Blackhawks did good in the regular season, despite the 8th game losing streak midway through. And also, they sucked in the playoffs, losing to Phoenix. Anything to say?
The Broncos had a good year. Yeah, hockey.
Austin, do you have a good guest here?
The Chicago Blackhawks were a fantastic team. Finished 6th in the West. Lots of firepower, lots of offense. Firepower is not as good as mine. Oh yeah. It's better than Damien's. But anywho, great team. Led by their captain, Jonathan Toews, Patrick Kane, and Marian Hossa, and lastly, Patrick Sharp. This team's on the right track. We'll see how they do.
As for their draft pick, I can't really say his name without reading it off paper, sorry. But I did look at his profile. He's from Finland. Again, I can't pronounce his name, and I can't remember it. But he did very well in his men's league, and he played very hard. And I believe he deserved to be picked in the first round. I believe he was a very smart choice with the pick that Chicago had. They had 18th in the first round, so I believe he was a very good 18th overall pick.
Okay, first of all, I have the better firepower. You agree?
No.
Go hockey.
Mm-hmm. You obviously have nothing to say, do you?
Go Peyton Manning.
Who?
Peyton Manning's a quarterback.
I thought we were talking about hockey.
Denver Broncos.
This is called Teens Talk Hockey, not Teens Talk Football.
It could be. Teens Talk. Welcome on the show today. This is Teens Talk Football.
I quit.
Then you can get off the show.
Maybe I will. See ya. I'll get my paycheck of $2.50.
Today we're going to be talking about the Denver Broncos, maybe the Indianapolis Colts.
I was bribed to get back on this show because, I didn't really take the bribe. I just want to get back on the show because I can't leave all those sad ladies out there to not see his gorgeous face. Anyways, we're just kidding. We're not talking about football because, hockey rocks. Anyways, do you know who's the best player on the Chicago Blackhawks? Marian Hossa. He got 77 points with 29 goals.
And as their best players, as far as that's concerned, I would say they have one of the best top lines in the league. They have Patrick Kane, Patrick Sharp, Jonathan Toews. Those guys, they all bring their own unique ability to the team and all help support them. They're all good leaders and they're all good hockey players.
Their best player is Jonathan Toews. He's excellent defensively. He had 57 points in 59 games. He's solid on face-offs. He's a Selke nominee. I do not support gayness on this show. Anywho, that's why they call him Captain Serious, because he's the captain. Anything to add?
I'm not gay. And Peyton Manning. Broncos.
Okay, for the second time, we're not talking about football, we're talking about
Soccer.
hockey. Shut up!
Yeah.
Vancouver Whitecaps.
Anyways, we're talking about the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah, and their players are really good. They got a lot of star power. They got Jonathan Toews at center. They got Kane and Hossa on the right wing.
It's pronounced Marian Hossa.
Yeah, I don't really care, Don Cherry. And then Patrick Sharp's on the left wing. Yeah, and I forgot to mention, they have Duncan Keith on defense. He's excellent, too. And Brent Seabrook. They got a lot of firepower.
Okay, let me just go back. You called me John Cherry for a second?
John Cherry?
I said Don Cherry, you fool.
You just said Don Cherry.
Is that what I said? Don Cherry.
You said John. And I have the recording to prove it. So why does it matter if I called you Don Cherry?
Because. What do you mean when you call me Don Cherry?
Your pronunciation's bad and you're really blunt.
So you're insulting me and Don Cherry.
Certainly am.
You guys are like married couples.
Huh?
Huh?
What do you mean?
He said something smart.
What?
Look, questions are next.
Yep. My question for Chicago Blackhawks is, will they make it to the finals again, like they did in 2010? Because they got enough talent and skill to do it.
My question is, how many touchdown passes will Peyton Manning score in goals for hockey?
As my question for the season, I'm just wondering if they can return to their former glory of 09-10 when they won the Cup. It was a very good season then, and I'm expecting a very good season from them now.
Chicago Blackhawks had a great season, aside from their goaltending. Their goaltending presents a lot of question marks for this season. Corey Crawford and Ray Emery had struggled a lot. I mean, they let in 9 goals versus Edmonton. They allowed 8 versus Edmonton. Yes, I'm giving the Oilers some praise. Congratulations to Sam Gagner on his 8-pointer. But anywho, their goaltending really struggled this season. If it can rebound, Corey Crawford can have that confidence and be that starter again like he was in the 10-11 season when he was a rookie, I think this team could possibly return to the final. They're that good.
As for where I see them next year, I could see them being a good Cup contender.
Oh, Kyle, you confuse me. Anyways, maybe they will have good goaltending next year.
Yeah, they might. But it's a whole matter of a question mark. Remember there was talks about that Roberto Luongo trade to Chicago? Imagine how that would pan out.
Yeah, one question. Hey, drop that ball. Drop it. Drop it. Pedal. Come on. It's not a dog, it's Kyle. Back up. Give it.
Hey, no.
Drop it. Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, like you were saying, what was you saying about the Chicago return to the final?
Chicago returned to the final? Yeah, they would. They have a good enough team, right?
I know, the team's got a lot of star power. It's all a matter of their goaltending and defense.
And back to the Luongo trade, if he ever goes to Chicago, there'll be a lot of riots, right?
Oh yeah, be lots of controversy.
But
Chicago fans will be pissed.
if he gets traded to Florida, though, it wouldn't make a difference because he played for them already.
And Kyle, I bet you don't really have anything to add, but I have to ask the question. Do you have anything to add?
Well, I was thinking, because Peyton Manning is just traded to the Broncos, he's a new guy coming back from a huge accident, so he's got a lot to bring, and he could bring the Broncos to the Super Bowl.
We're not supposed to talk about football.
Anyway, now to predictions. Where do you predict the Chicago Blackhawks at the end of this next season?
Possibly third in the West.
Anything to do with playoffs?
I would say they can at least push out a third round.
I'm gonna say they will be, third in the West and in the finals. No, actually no, they'll be in the conference finals. I guarantee they'll be in the conference finals, but not in the finals. They'll have to get past.
I think they'll be in the semis, like third round.
Basically, the only teams that stand in the way are Vancouver and LA. So, anything? Do you have any predictions?
Well,
Be hockey. Say hockey stuff. I made it simple for you. Talk.
go hockey!
Yeah.
Anywho, that's been this episode. Next time,
TeensTalkHockey.
yes, next time we're gonna have the Colorado Avalanche. So stay tuned.
Also tennis.
And subscribe.
Goodbye.
Peace.